come here and see the Parliament, see the House of Commons, see the House of Lords, the throne, etc. And I hope it was interesting for you. Your rally for peace is a wonderful, wonderful idea. Peace is the goal of almost everybody in the world, and we all need to support it. It's a very difficult question for politicians, how to make decisions that are going to produce peace. But remind me of your name?
I am Pavash.
Pavash reminded me. In fact, even if politicians can't produce peace, we all as individuals can, by making sure that we have peace in our hearts.
Sorry for making some unpleasant comments about the politicians.
No, you're absolutely no, but you're quite right. So I want to say thank you very much for coming. It's been a real pleasure. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday, and I hope you found it interesting. Remember that India not long ago achieved its independence, and I'm certain that all Indians are very proud of their independent country, and that you stand in the world on your own 2 feet, and you have developed in an extraordinary way as a country over the last certainly 70 years, but also over the last hundreds of years. And we were talking earlier about how many of the decisions about what happened in India 100 or 200 years ago were taken in this very building. And that our countries have a very close and loving and respectful relationship. And people like to talk about all of the perils of the colonial era, but in fact what happened was a kind of marriage. Britain fell in love with India, no question about it. It was the jewel in the crown, in Queen Victoria's crown, no question, and great energy and effort went into our relationship with India. India was united and became independent. This country also now has an independence crisis. We want to be independent. I'm afraid to say some of the people in that building decided to give away our independence, if you can imagine, which is an insane thing to do, and I'm sure very few Indians can imagine India doing that. It certainly wouldn't. It's one of its
Tell us what is going to happen
treasures.
after 31st of October now.
So our politicians gave away our independence. We, UKIP, are the party that have fought to get that independence back, because we see countries like India, we see how important it is to be an independent nation. We see that the world can exist with nations cooperating and being peaceful. The idea that nations necessarily lead to war isn't true. The nations can actually cooperate and trade and grow together, and that's the vision of peace that we have. A world as a patchwork of nations where people are trading and cooperating and learning about each other and cohabiting without war and without violence. So that's the vision that we all share. Well done for your great effort coming here and your huge journey. It's really, really impressive. I'm amazed that you all you don't look very tired, you know, after a 17,000 kilometer journey, you know. Anyway, but you're looking.
Idea of peace kept us going.
Yes.
That's it. Anyway, you look great. It's wonderful that you're here, and thank you for coming. It's a real pleasure, and I hope I'll be talking to you a bit more later and meeting you later on, and perhaps on Friday as well. And special thanks to all of the organisers who've done this, including, of course, thank you to Alan and Peter, and all of the organisers, Kim and Dr. Nitin. There he is. And obviously I'm going to go through the names. Mr. Shukla, Mr. Powell, and Mr. Sood. Well, there's a lot of people to go through. Obviously Rakesh Kumar and others. But thank you all anyway. I want to mention quickly the martyred children who have suffered loss in their lives, but are here today on this beautiful day to commemorate peace. And
They are
luckily,
the real messengers of peace.
That's the way it goes. So, peace. Let's all have a round of applause for peace, and hope that that's what we see in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Who else?